This will probably be on TV.
Oh, what are you doing?
I think that one went. I told her where we were.
Hi, my name is Christy Solomon, and I am the class salutatorian. I'd like to start off today by welcoming Dr. Arardi, Dr. Semmel, Board of Education members, invited guests, all the teachers, parents, relatives, and friends present, and most of all, the class of 2011. It's been 4 years full of hard work, but we've all made it here today, and for that, I congratulate you all. Now, having been at multiple graduations before, I completely understand that most of you are sitting in your seats right now, praying that I won't be up here for too long. I will assure you I plan to be brief and to the point. I understand that there is much to say about the class of 2011, but I want to focus on one theme in particular, our futures. Being seniors, I'm sure we've all heard at some time in our lives that dreaded question, what do you want to do with your life? It's always scary to hear because many of us have no idea. I don't plan on standing up here today to lecture you with my advice about choosing what you want to do, especially because I'm not even completely sure myself. Like Galileo once said, you cannot teach people anything. You can only help them discover it within themselves. Therefore, it would be senseless for me to stand up here today and teach any of you some deep, thought-provoking lessons. I only want to encourage each of you to find the drive inside of yourself to create your own path in life. This is the time in our lives when we have to make our own decisions about the future and truly go our own way. It is now that we realize that no matter how much we want our parents to continue doing everything for us, they can't. We have to take the memories we have made and the lessons we have learned in high school from the friends we've made, the influential teachers we've had, the teams we've played for, the state championships we've won and should have won, the clubs or groups we've dedicated our time to in order to help set us on our paths in life. One of my favorite lines from a song is, they love to tell you stay inside the lines, but something's better on the other side. It is from the song No Such Thing by John Mayer. I love this particular line because it speaks to me. He's saying, no matter how much other people may try to persuade you to do what they want you to do in life, we have to look on the other side of things and realize that there's more to life than living in the shadows of others. We have our own talents, so let's use them. Just here in this crowd, we have brilliant musicians, Division I athletes, engineers, future teachers or professors, even people who can speak multiple languages. It is apparent that our class has a wide variety of abilities, and I encourage you all to consider them when choosing your career path. Don't do something just because someone suggests it, or because someone wants you to do it. Do something because it makes you happy and because you're talented at it. Another lyric from a song I like is by the band Relient K. It says, do what will make you happy, do what you feel is right. Only but one thing matters, learn how to live your life. We've all made a name for ourselves here at SHS, whether it be for playing a sport, being on the successful robotics team, participating in the drama club productions, running a club, or simply being ourselves and being proud of it. With the numerous activities and classes one can get involved in here at SHS, it's difficult to not find one that you're passionate about. Therefore, it's clear that we've all learned how to do what makes us happy. The next part of the quote says, to do what you feel is right. Now, I think we all know what that means. Be a good person. Be someone you'd want to be around. The last part says that above all else, learn how to live your life. This is the one line that is most inspirational to me. Yes, we need to do what makes us happy, but we know how. We do it already. And yes, we need to make the right decisions for ourselves, but we are capable. Now is the time to use the talents we've gained or improved upon in high school to set out on our own. I'll leave you with this. Theodore Roosevelt once said, in any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing, the next best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. Don't do nothing. It's okay to be wrong when making future decisions. Embrace your mistakes and learn from them. After all, they are what will ultimately shape us into the unique people we will become in life. Thank you, and congratulations, Class of 2011.
So, last night I went to the Taylor Swift concert at the XL Center, which was fantastic, by the way, along with about 15,000 other people. Out of those 15,000, I was probably one of like 50 guys there. And, the only reason I'm saying this is because for the last 20 hours or so, I've had this ringing in my ears as a result of being surrounded by 15,000 girls just screaming at the top of their lungs. So if it seems like I'm shouting in the next 5 minutes or so, it's because I'm just trying to talk over the ringing, not because I'm angry or crazy or anything. At least that's what I like to tell myself. With that being said, my name is Kevin Tarago, and I am the valedictorian of Sulington High School's class of 2011. I'd just like to say good afternoon and greetings to all classmates, family members, friends, teachers, administrators, and Board of Education members. Welcome to Sulington High School's graduation of 2011. I would just like to offer my personal congratulations to each and every senior graduating today for the hard work you put in not only over the last 4 years, but throughout your entire educational experience. One of the most important things I learned in high school was to give credit where that credit was due. That being said, I feel necessary to thank all the people who helped me get to where I am today. First of all, thank you to my parents and to my siblings. My parents are some of the most supportive people you ever meet, and they're always there to help me when I needed it. For instance, I remember my father helping me apply to a job at Target a few years back. He brought up the website and told me all I needed to do was fill out the required information and then submit it. I was a little suspicious filling it out because there were Minnesota Timberwolves logos all over the page. But I trusted him anyway and submitted it. And I came to find out later that the page wasn't actually for Target, like the shopping facility. It was for the Target Center in Minnesota. And I was a little disappointed that I didn't get the job because I was kind of interested to find out how my dad planned on getting me to work every day. I would also like to thank Mom and Dad for feeding and clothing me for the past 18 years. I still enjoy looking at the pictures of my elementary school years when my mom decided to dress me in short shorts and high socks, which probably went out of style before I was even born. But my mom really knows what's cool. I additionally offer gratitude to my brother Mike and my sister Amanda for never failing to provide humorous comments at my expense. I always enjoy the occasional, "You're such a nerd," or my sister's favorite, "The only reason you're so smart is because you have the other half of my brain." Furthermore, thank you to all the teachers and administrators who have educated me throughout high school. I'm sure that I speak for most of the graduates here today when I say that the education you provided us with over the last 4 years will be of great importance to us for the rest of our lives. And to provide just one example, had it not been for my AP chemistry teacher, Mr. Nero, I would never have known how to come in front of an audience such as yourselves and tell jokes that aren't really all that funny. I would also like to thank my friends for the continued support and companionship during high school. It was a blessing getting to know all of you, and I wish I had the opportunity to get to know more of the members of this graduating class. Regardless, good luck to everyone as you move on to the next stages of your lives. Finally, there are a few people I'd like to specifically thank. Mr. Danello, my golf coach for 3 years, who always had the best words of encouragement. Mr. Wilcox, my child basketball coach, who stressed the importance of hard work and was always there to offer his praise. Miss Vigliero, my junior year English teacher, for her continuous support and advice, and Kelly Huang, who always knew how to put a smile on my face and who made this senior year enjoyable experience for me. I now want to tell you an anecdote that applies to my overall message for this evening. My grandfather was one of those really tough people who everyone thought would outlive us all. He was a World War II veteran and an exceedingly independent person. My grandfather was also very concerned with the prosperity and well-being of his family. I remember how he'd always quiz my siblings and I about the nutritional value of certain foods, how he always asked if we were working hard in school, and how he always made sure we were sitting up straight. I'm not quite sure why, but my grandfather was someone I always wanted to make proud. A few years ago, my grandfather began to get ill. Over those few years, his health went through some good stretches and some bad ones. During one of his healthy stretches, I remember going to Pepe's Pizza in New Haven with him, along with my parents and my sister. We all had fun, but it was time to bring him back to the Veterans Affairs Hospital where he was living. As my family and I departed, I remember saying something along the lines of, "See you later." A few weeks after that, my family received a phone call from the hospital that my grandfather had passed away in his sleep. I never did get to see him later. You may be wondering why I chose to tell such a depressing story at a happy event such as our graduation. But the story of my grandfather has changed my perspective on life, and I feel the lessons it presents are highly beneficial. Primarily, I think the experience shows we should live our lives in the present. By this I mean, we should all enjoy the people around us today, and not just assume they will be there for us tomorrow. I realize that this is a difficult thing to ask, because accidents are a rare occurrence, and it is likely that your loved ones will be there tomorrow. But as our lives become more hectic, as we begin to plan for the future, try and slow down and take in your surroundings. I feel that if we can truly appreciate the people around us and enjoy spending time with those people, we can eliminate the feeling of regret that comes with an unexpected loss. In other words, try to avoid taking anything for granted, especially the unconditional love and support that your family and friends provide for you, because we never truly be certain how long that love and support will be there. I want to share with you a quote from Gilbert Keith Chesterton that I feel sums up what I'm trying to say. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or whether you take them with gratitude. I believe he's trying to tell us that if we can truly be thankful for the things we have today, then life becomes more enjoyable because we're able to fully recognize and cherish the things that make us happy. And now, my fellow students, as we graduate from high school today, please try to never lose touch with the friends you made here and contact your family often. These were the people that supported you and made your life enjoyable for the last 4 years, and that's something you should never take for granted. Once again, I just want to offer my congratulations to Southington High School's class of 2011. It has truly been a pleasure becoming acquainted with such an amazing group of people. Thank you for your attention.
Army National Guard, Zachary Stewart, United States Marine Corps. I'd like the parents of these students who are standing to stand with your son. I would like every veteran in the audience to stand with our parents standing and with our students standing. If you're a veteran, please stand. Thanks to all of you for protecting us. I proudly accept the class of 2011 on behalf of the Southington Board of Education. Good evening and welcome, invited guests, parents, families, friends of graduates, Southington High School staff, other educators, and most importantly, the class of 2011. This event is a celebration of your hard work, the many years that you put forth to make you who you are today. It's a privilege and an opportunity of the Board of Education to recognize the completion of your journey through the Southington school system. Like every class before you that I've had the privilege to address, the words and advice from you will provide the content of my speech.
Groom. Felicia Lynn Crawford. Laura Ann Crowley. Brandon Hughes. Nash Hamid. Kimberly Myers DiMarino. Emily Rose Daranowski. Mark G. Hayden. Zachary Richard Heyman. Catherine Lee Dodona. Bridget Kathleen Daly. Dylan Richard Hart. Alexander Stephen Hoder. Sarah Elizabeth Sear. Brittany Lynn Sear. James Patrick Hammond. Brian David Giannetti. Dianara Figueroa. Olga Dabrowska. Cameron Paul Johnstone. Aaron Michael Kalkowski. Claire Marie Donahue.
Chantel Elizabeth DeStefano.
Austin Edward Carpier.
Alexander Robert Kalazewski.
Cassidy Raynan Dribdell.
Adana Catherine Downey.
Shane Paul Kavickas.
Daniel John Shazak.
Claire Ann Dislinski.
Samantha Amelia Duclos.
No, it's actually really gross in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw people like fidgeting like,
Even with the white table.
One couple in front of us that didn't cut it off.
oh, there's Dave.
Hold up. I threw it and it's gone.